Hi, I'm Rob Meads of Techniques Musical Instruments. On behalf of Techniques, congratulations! You've purchased the world's finest organ, Techniques. My job in this video is to give you an overview of some of the features and functions on the organ. We're going to have a lot of fun together, and you're going to learn a lot. Your music horizons will expand beyond your wildest dreams. Let's begin with an overview of the main panel of the organ. As we start on the far left side of the panel, just below the demo button are the bass pedal buttons. As we move to the right, you'll notice the upper organ, lower organ footages. On the FA1, we have 9 footages from 16 to 1, plus 2 percussive sounds, 4-foot and 2 2/3 for the upper manual. As we continue on, we'll notice the manual and preset buttons for each of the upper and lower manuals, which we'll explain in depth in just a few minutes. We also have the transpose, organ type, tempo, and program wheel, which again we'll discuss later in the video. Continuing across, we have the multi-function musical display, which is a tremendous feature on the Techniques organs. As we continue down, we'll see the upper and lower orchestral conductor, where you actually conduct the orchestra from. Continuing down to the right, you'll notice the sound group, which is where the Techniques orchestra is. We have a 188-piece symphony orchestra on the upper manual and the lower manual. Continuing on down to some of the exclusive features on Techniques, you'll notice a button called Disc Drive and Disc Load, Easy Record, Technicord, and the Music Style Arranger, One-Touch Play, One-Touch Registration, and One-Touch Organ. The One-Touch buttons are specifically designed to give you a whole library of registrations inside the organ that you can access instantaneously. We also have the tremolo button. Continuing to the left are the balance controls for the upper and lower manual. The button for the display hold, help screens, the start-stop, the synchro start, intros and endings, fill-in 1 and fill-in 2, the variation button, which refers to the rhythm group below on the left. We have 140 rhythm patterns. Each one of them has a variation attached to it. Just below the rhythm group are the accompaniment parts 1, 2, and 3. Dynamic accompaniment, autoplay chord, keyboard percussion, and just below keyboard percussion, you'll notice the disc drive and the drawer with the advanced Techniques features, like Composer, Sound Edit, and touch controls. In between the 2 manuals, you'll notice registration preset buttons, which are referred to in your owner's manual as panel memory. On the FA1, we have 16 panel memory presets. Underneath the keyboard, you'll notice the multi-function knee lever switch, the expression pedal, and the bass to lower manual switch. Underneath the lower keyboard, you'll feel a switch that turns on the lights for the music rack, the panel, and the light to the pedal. So there you have a quick overview of some of the buttons on the Techniques FA1. Now let's take a close-up look at the Control Center, the LCD multi-function musical display. When you turn the organ on, Technique will instantaneously set up a beautiful organ sound for the upper manual, lower manual, and the pedals. As you can see by the display on the screen right now, in the upper left-hand corner under Group, it's telling you what instruments are playing on the upper manual and the lower manual. Just below it under Type, it's telling you what type of organ you've pre-selected, and of course, the rhythm that you selected. On the right-hand side, it will give you information as to what instrument will be played from sound group on the upper manual and lower manual, and of course, what pedal sound is on. It's also telling you the tempo and what chord you're playing. When you turn on the GA1, it also pre-selects beautiful organ sound of the upper manual, the lower manual, and the pedals. And the display also shows you on the upper left-hand corner what instruments you have selected on the upper and the lower manual, as well as the type of organ that you've selected. On the right-hand side, you'll see the sound pre-selected from the sound group for the upper manual and the lower manual. You'll also see the display of the tempo. To get to the second screen, you push the button that says Other, and that will tell you what rhythm you have on and what sounds you have on the bass pedal. One of the most remarkable things about Technics organs is that Technics puts 10 different organs inside the Technics FA1 and the GA3. It's going to assure you that you have incredible versatility no matter what kind of music you want to play. The Technics organ can do it. It's very easy to access any one of these 10 organs. The first thing you do is reach over and touch the upper and lower type button, and instantaneously the 10 organs are displayed on the screen. On the left-hand side, we have 4 electronic tab organs: the standard, theater, the U.S. tradition, and European organ. On the right-hand side are 4 drawbar type organs: the jazz organ, standard organ, theater organ, and the rock organ. On the bottom are 2 pipe organs. On the left-hand side is a theater pipe organ, and on the right-hand side is the classical liturgical organ. On GA1, when you select organ type, there are 6 organ types displayed in the musical display. On the left-hand side are standard tabs, theater tabs, and U.S. tradition tabs. And on the right-hand side are 2 drawbar type organs, jazz drawbars and standard drawbars, and of course the classical pipe organ. What's incredibly easy is if you want to select any one of those organ types, all you have to do is touch the button next to the organ type you want to select. For example, I want to select U.S. tradition. I push that button and it's done. And that holds true for the GA1, GA3, and the FA1. One thing to notice, there is no nomenclature on these white buttons, just 16 to 1. That's because it changes depending upon the organ you've selected. For example, you've selected one of the tab organs, then they're tabs. But if you've selected one of the drawbar organs, they become drawbars. If you've selected theater organ, they become tibias. And if you've selected the classical organ, they become pipes. Now, if you'd like to have some fun, experiment with some different organ types. Try these different selections and listen to the difference in those footages. Stop tape and have some fun. Well, welcome back. It's fun playing those different organ types, isn't it? Now I'd like to show you the difference between